Everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Jessica, a qualified life coach. Would you like to get ahead of the competition in your career? Then stay tuned for today's video as we would be going into details on the benefits of having a personalized SWOT analysis. If this topic appeals to you, please feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel and turn on the notification bell so you'll be notified when I upload new videos. Also, feel free to share this video so others can benefit from it. Thank you. So what is a SWOT analysis? This is a framework used in identifying your strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Strengths and weaknesses are classed as internal factors, which means these are within your control and therefore you can change them by upscaling. These are personal to you. These include your skills, strengths, and abilities. Opportunities and threats are external factors. These are usually out of your control. However, you can use your strengths and weaknesses to win opportunities in your favor. Strengths and opportunities are positive factors, whereas weaknesses and threats are negative factors. So what are your strengths and how can you identify them? These are skills that you are exceptionally good at, what you do really well at. These are things that set you apart, your good qualities, the advantages that you have over other people, such as your personal experiences. Examples could include like self-discipline. If you're really good at self-discipline, that's a good quality to have. Strong work ethics, ability to work under pressure, attention to detail. These are usually skills that a lot of employers seek when they are looking for employees or new candidates. Examples of your strengths could, like I said before, your personal experiences. These personal experiences can make you an asset in any company or any career you may embark on. What valuable assets and resources you have. Basically, what do you bring to the table? These include training and competencies you have been part of. So like, training on Udemy, on YouTube, on other places that you've taken part in. What do your friends and families identify as your strengths? So sometimes you might not know what your some skills that you're really good at. So let's say speaking to somebody, what your friend can say something like, oh, you're really good at talking. So it's like when I have an issue, you're able to talk and you're able to problem solve. So that's something that you may not be able to identify by yourself, but your friends can be able to let you know what skills that you may not have noticed that they have noticed. Essential skills that give you a competitive advantage. Degree and experience. They can also include core and transferable skills. They can also be competencies and experiences which make you stand out from other people. Also be competencies and experiences which make you stand out from other people. Professional qualifications or certifications you may have achieved from education, such as university, college, A-levels, any competencies that you have achieved, that's part of your strength. Can your expertise in a particular area make a difference to the company? So like, are you good at coding? For example, are you good at coding? So that skill that you may have, or the experiences that you've had coding, maybe in your private time or on the courses, can be an asset in any company or in a company that you may be applying to. For example, are you good at problem solving? What skills do you naturally have, and also the ones that you have developed over the years? What are your talents, abilities, or natural born gifts? How strong is your network of connections? What do other people see as your strengths? What values and ethics set you apart from your peers? Also, projects or campaigns you have completed successfully. What personal attributes are unique to you because of your own personal life experiences? What transferable skills and qualities have you gained from work experiences? Example could be communication skills, team player, time management, and organization skills. What skills would other people say you are skilled at? What do other people ask you for help with? What are your greatest accomplishments? What kind of network have you developed over the years? Like what's it called, courses that you may have undertaken on LinkedIn that could help you, or that could give you an advantage over other people. What are you doing well in? What do you do well in? And what sets you apart from the rest? What are your good qualities? What makes you unique and special? Basically, what makes you think? As in, what makes you like a strong candidate above the rest? What do you bring to the table? Update your knowledge so that you can improve yourself and be knowledgeable. Your weaknesses could include what could you do better, or what do you need to improve on. So something like time management, something like organization skills, something like communication skills that are usually essential in any job description. um is it some, do you have to train, do you have to go on any training program to be able to, or do you have to watch YouTube tutorials to be able to gain to be able to overcome these weaknesses? What are you usually criticized for by people, including previous line managers? So those are ways to identify your weaknesses. In an interview, it's not a good idea to tell your prospective employer that you do not have a weakness, because everyone has a weakness. So by you saying you do not have a weakness, that's not a good idea. So the best thing to do is to identify your weakness, but try and find out what your weaknesses are. If you've not noticed that, you can speak to your friends and family and ask them, what do you think my weaknesses are? And when you find out your weakness, try and see how you can use it to your advantage. So something like someone being an impatient person, that you can use it in a good way by saying that by me being impatient, I can, what's it called, it drives me, it's a way for me to work hard, because I know that it helps me to meet deadlines, because because I know that I'm impatient. I'm always impatient to get the job done, the project done in a timely manner, because it needs to, it makes me work hard, because I know that I need to achieve the time deadline. So improving on your weaknesses can place you at an advantage over other people. Examine the areas you need to improve on, like I said, things you need to overcome. What are your negative work habits and traits? Does any part of your education or training need improving? As in, do you need to upskill? Like, are you up to date with the current trend? Do you need to update your knowledge? So which areas can you improve on? What will other people see as your weakness? What are you afraid to do or most likely to avoid? Be very honest when you're doing this, like be very realistic, and know your weaknesses and overcome them. Makes you stand out from the rest of the people. Um, Weaknesses and overcoming them can help you with your self-improvement. Do you have the necessary skills or qualifications to be successful in your current or future roles? What skills are you lacking in that you need to develop? Are you up to date with the latest trends and technologies in your chosen field? Are you always learning? Because you need to always update your knowledge, always, because there's always something new happening, new trends, new projects. So you always need to be consistent. You need to be constantly learning and updating your skills and your knowledge and your competencies. Do you have bad work habits, such as poor communication skills, punctuality, lacking in organization skills. These are all, like I said before, they are all essential skills to have. So is this something that, because sometimes, most times in a job, there's always essential skills that most jobs seem to be asking for. So something like team player, organization skills, attention to detail. Are you good at all those type of skills that makes you stand out, that helps you, makes you stand out? Can you improve on to be more efficient? What do other people think of as your weaknesses? What do others say about your work ethic and your productivity, efficiency, and effectiveness at work? Do you contribute positively to the team's productivity and success? Where do you need to improve on? Are your resources adequate? Others do better than you at. So these are all examples of weaknesses that you can have, and I know there are more weaknesses. So feel free to leave a comment down below. It's now time to look at opportunities. So opportunities could be a job promotion, career progression. So there are positive factors, like I said before. So what opportunities do you know about but have not yet explored in your career or in your workplace? These include job promotion or career progression. Also, are there any job vacancies in your company you can apply for? Are there any new or emerging trends in your field which you can capitalize on? Opportunities could be like you've gained a lot of skills and you would like to start your own business, and you feel like that's something that you want to do. That could be an opportunity. It is very essential you choose the right opportunities for you. What are the significant changes in the world that affect you? These include government funded courses you could complete. What opportunities for growth usually present themselves at your workplace? Is there new technology in your industry? Is there new demand for a skill or trait you possess? Is there a need in your company or industry that no one is filling? Is your industry growing? Networking events, educational classes or conferences. Are demands for a particular skill set changing or shifting? Communities and professional bodies you can be part of. Look to government regulations, social media, and advancements in your field that you can take advantage of. Have any new trends emerged that you can take advantage of? Any new learning opportunities that you can take advantage of? Is it time to get some more training? Is it a new position advertised in your company that matches your skill set? Any vacant position you can fill? Any new project you can consider leading that can benefit your career? Any projects you can suggest to your line manager? What are your goals? What are your ambitions? What are your now going to look at identifying the threats. So threats are external factors that are likely to block your progress. Are there economic conditions that affect your financial viability? Market fluctuations, government regulations. You should not allow threats to stand in your way. You should always try to find a way to use your threats, to use any threats. Always try to find a way to use any threat in your advantage. Are there any external factors surrounding you that are preventing you from achieving your targets? These could include work-related issues such as your line managers, your colleagues, your work conditions. Is there a work harassment? Do you have personal commitment that can affect your career progression? Like I said before, you can mitigate these threats in your favor and also your weaknesses in your favor. What are the factors that you can identify that are outside your control, like economic situation, like when there was an issue with COVID. Economic situations such as COVID. When COVID occurred, a lot of people were being laid off work. So is your job likely to be threatened because of these kind of situations? It's also hard to earn some money, like maybe they're reducing your hours at work or something like that. Is it hard to get a promotion because of the global economy, especially cost of living at the moment? um Also, is it hard to get a promotion because there's lots of people that are applying for the promotion or looking at the promotion and looking to apply for the promotion? And also you can look at market fluctuations and trends as well. So is it possible that the career promotion that you're looking at, there's a lot of people applying for it and they are more skilled and more trained than you, so that makes it very difficult. And so, benefits of having a personalized SWOT analysis. So, a personalized SWOT analysis can help you promote your abilities. They can help you to identify your threats, identify your strengths, and weaknesses, opportunities, and threats, like I said. So you are better prepared for any job interview that you undertake. Because when you go for an interview, I remember I went for an interview one time and they asked me SWOT analysis. So if you go for an interview and they ask you for a SWOT analysis, because you've already done one, you'll be able to already done one for yourself, one of the SWOT analysis for yourself. You'll be able to know exactly what to say because you've already prepared yourself in advance. So it's a good idea to have a personalized SWOT analysis, especially in different areas of your life, by having a specific key objective and then performing that SWOT analysis. So you can do like a career SWOT analysis, a business SWOT analysis, your own personal SWOT analysis in areas of your life, but it's mostly done for career development. Bear in mind when you are drawing a SWOT diagram. I have included a SWOT diagram in this video. So always bear in mind that a SWOT diagram has to be brief to the point. You have to always keep your core objectives in mind at all times. So arrange the results of your analysis in order of the most important factors to the least important factors. That way, when you are creating action plans, you know which ones to prioritize and which one not to prioritize. It's a good idea to analyze the finished SWOT diagram. Does the positive outcomes outweigh the negative outcomes? Keep your SWOT analysis in a place that you can easily access it. Keep updating the SWOT analysis regularly. Be sure to revise the SWOT analysis regularly. How can you use your strength to win opportunities in your favor? Um, if one of your strengths is learning, like you like to learn, you can always watch YouTube videos. You can watch YouTube tutorials that help you to learn a particular skill or learn a particular topic so that you are knowledgeable, so when you talking, people know that you know what you're talking about, and you'll be able to gain confidence. Also, you can also learn different tutorials or different that you like to learn. You can gain more experience by completing hands-on projects from courses on Udemy or Skillshare or Teachable, different platforms to gain more experiences because you like to learn. And also opportunities can be progression in your career. For example, you like to learn new languages that can help you to be able to travel around. So let's say you'll be able to travel, relocate to different country. It will give you more chance of having a better job opportunity because you'll be able to travel. Let's say, for example, I'm currently learning how to speak Spanish. So that is an opportunity for me to travel to Spain and gain as much experience in the Spanish culture, Spanish tradition, and Spanish language as much as I can. So that's a way of me, because I like to learn. I've been able to learn a course on Udemy, learning Spanish, and that is a way of getting opportunity of traveling around the world, like going to places, going to Spanish speaking countries, which can broaden my experience in the language, and also it can also broaden my confidence because I'll be able to speak to different people. So even if I don't relocate to Spain or any Spanish speaking country, I'll be able to work. I'll be able to work with someone who can speak Spanish, even though I'm able to work with someone who can speak Spanish, but then I can be able to communicate with the person. That's an example of using your strengths and turning it into an opportunity. On my free time, I can teach students on how to speak Spanish. Like, I can create a course on Spanish speaking. So that is an opportunity. So that's how I've been able to use my strengths from learning new skills on this, learning new languages. I've been able to develop that skill, and now and there's potential for me to create courses on Spanish, which opens new doors for me. So that's an example of using your strengths to utilize it. How can you promote yourself in an interview using your SWOT analysis? Well, you can focus more on your strengths. You can focus more on your strengths because that's something that you're really really good at, and also your weaknesses. You can also you can also use your weaknesses, but don't dwell a lot on the weaknesses. Just use maybe one or two weaknesses and try to see the positive in it. Try to explain the positive, how beneficial, how you turn it. Try to focus more on your strength. Do not dwell a lot on your weaknesses, because it doesn't say well if you dwell so much on your weaknesses, but use at least one or two weaknesses, and turn it into an opportunity, or turn it into a positive. Like, let's say for example, someone who is really shy can say, because I'm really really shy, I have been able to, and my strength is learning new skills. So I've been able to watch videos and tutorials on how to communicate better, how to speak in public, like public speaking. For example, someone like me, I struggle when I'm standing in front of people. I get very nervous, but then I've been able to watch a lot of YouTube tutorials on public speaking, and that has helped me and increase my confidence in that area. So you've turned that weakness into a strength, because you are not dwelling on the negative, or you are not dwelling on the weakness and saying that I have this as my weakness and that's it. But you are actually telling them, the potential employers, you are trying to tell them that even though I have this weakness, that I struggle to speak in public, I've been able to turn it for my good by what's it called, having a YouTube channel, by watching more tutorials on public speaking, and that has increased my confidence. So that has ended up becoming a positive. Like, you've turned that weakness into an opportunity. Also, you can assess yourself against your competition when applying for a promotion. Assess your transferable skills and use them when making a career change. So how to identify threats and counteract them using your strengths. Threats can be having a new colleague who is doing really well and is likely to threaten your ability to get a promotion at work. Okay, so like I said before, having a personalized SWOT analysis ensures you position yourself well in your career planning. You have to determine if there are any threats to your career or life growth. Is your industry contracting or changing directions? Is there strong competition for the types of jobs which you are suitable for? What is the biggest external danger to your goal? Are there any professional standards you may not be able to meet? Are there any new technology, education, or certification requirements that will impede your progress? Opportunities can be progression in your career, such as promotion at work, new job, moving to a new city with more job opportunities. So you can turn any threat into strength. So basically, let's say for example, your company has decided to reduce the number of people or to lay people off. You can use your transferable skills to get a good job, a different job, or you can start your own company with your transferable skills. So you've been able to, so the threat was you being laid off at work, and then you ended up using the transferable skills, as in the skills that you obtained from the company that you were working in, you've been able to use that to start your own business or to be able to get a different job. So that's how to turn your threats into strengths and opportunities. So you can improve yourself by overcoming your weaknesses. Your weaknesses your weaknesses can make you critically vulnerable. So let's say for example, it can make you let's say for example, you can improve yourself by overcoming your weaknesses. So having weaknesses can make you critically vulnerable. For example, you're applying for a job and maybe you're not really good at, that will mean that you end up not getting that job. So it's a good idea to, in every job that you apply for, you look at the job description, you look at the skills that they are expecting, like especially the essential skills. They always talk about the desirable skills, and they say it's good to have that skills, but you can, even though they say it's not essential, but it's a good quality to have. I mean, it's good to have those type of skills. So you always have to like look at job description, especially for example, if you want to go into a career in web designing, and then you look at all the jobs and you see that there's a particular skill that they always ask for, you can, and you don't have that quality or you don't have that skill, you can look into what's it called, YouTube tutorials. You can look into different ways of getting that skill, because that way, be at an advantage to people that are also applying for the job. So for example, let's say for example, you applying for a job. For example, you're applying for a job and they asking for good time management, but you know that you find it hard to meet deadlines. What you could do is that you can always time yourself when you're doing projects at home. Like maybe you're doing something at home, you can always time yourself and you can always try to meet a particular deadline. So that way you've improved yourself, and you can use it as an example. You can say, maybe I used to struggle with time management, but then I've been able to develop that skill by always timing myself, using my alarm clock or my timer on my phone. And by using my timer, it's helped me to be able to meet deadlines. So that's a good way of improving your weaknesses and overcoming them and being a better version of yourself. Like I said before, watching YouTube tutorials is really good, and completing courses on learning platforms such as Udemy, Skillshare, or Teachable. You can take on board comments from your line manager during performance reviews or appraisals. You can also assess your strengths to see if there are any opportunities you can explore. And then, are there any opportunities you cannot explore by overcoming and eliminating your weaknesses? So some weaknesses you can eliminate them. Some weaknesses, always have it in your mind. That's part of having a growth mindset. That I'm going to talk about growth mindsets very soon. Always have it in your mind that you can always eliminate some stuff. You can always learn. Have it in your mind that you can always eliminate some weaknesses, a lot of your weaknesses, by always developing your skills and learning new things, learning new knowledge, always keeping up with the trends, like join and being part of LinkedIn, those kind of platforms which can help you, because I always see on LinkedIn where they'll be talking about tips on how to get a good job and everything. They always talk about marketing yourself and stuff like that. So always keep up with the news and keep up with the information that are easily available. There are so many information all available. Even on Google you can find a lot of information. So always keep up with that by learning new things and developing your skills, and that's gonna help. Please feel free to subscribe to the channel. Please don't forget to turn on the notification bell. Don't forget to leave a comment, and yeah, feel free, and also like it so that so yeah, definitely having a personalized SWOT analysis is really good. because it helps you a lot. Because before you go into the interview, you already have a personalized SWOT analysis. So when you go into the interview, you know what you're talking about, you're confident, and you're able to speak because you've already prepared yourself in advance. So if this is something that you are interested, this video was very educative and very informative. Please feel free to subscribe to the channel, as I'll be uploading and I'll be adding more videos that will be very, very beneficial in your personal growth, personal development, career planning, and anything that can be very helpful in you becoming the best version of yourself. You can also like the video so that it can reach other people. It will be really, really good. Thank you so much and have a lovely day. And yeah, thank you for taking part. Take care. Bye.